Okay, hello babes, guys and gals. Welcome to my channel. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules and this is Hidden Jules Tarot. I have felt super bad. I'm trying to shake it. I went to a concert and like had a lot of fun or whatever, but if you've ever been to a concert and you're like in standing room only, oh my gosh, my waist and just like everything. I'm old. That's all I can say. I'm old to be doing standing room only, but whatever. It's okay. It's just like every time I exhale or inhale, I feel like I can't breathe. But we are going to get into the energy today and see what's going on in the collective. Because I was like, I lost my job or whatever, but I was gonna just go Uber and stuff and like try to make some money so that way I can pay my bills. By the way, I'm open for private readings and the information's down in the description box below. Hint, hint, you know, if you need something. Or my Cash App and Venmo will be down there if you just want to donate to my channel or any of the nonprofits that I support as well. It's hard out here for a pimp, okay? It's hard out here for a pimp. But, like I said, we have trust and faith in the universe, so yes. Because what just popped out was the end of a tough cycle approaches, so we love to see it. Okay, so let's see what all of these are here. Golly. Okay, emotions are running high. The end of a tough cycle approaches. A win-win outcome is forecast. Okay. What do we need to release? And it's a time to give rather than to take. Okay. Well, I would say all of that seems really good. I mean, I know, you know, with the supermoon, we have a supermoon that's coming up on November 5th if you're in the northern hemisphere. I'm in America, and so definitely the full moon with that type of energy, you know, what are we needing to release at the moment? And it being a supermoon, so it's the beaver moon at that, which is where, you know, we gather all of our things for the winter, and it's very symbolic to shamanism, and even, you know, even before. But let's see, the end of a tough cycle approaches. So whatever, you know, maybe I feel like something could have happened earlier this year is what I'm getting. Maybe, yeah, I want to say it sounds like something maybe earlier this year, like, or it could be even within the last couple of years, that you just been like fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. You feel like you've been crawling up this hill, and it's like, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. And I'm not quite sure, but like why there's just this always existential like need for more. I don't know if everybody's like that, but I know I am. And I'm trying to learn how to release that constant need. You know, like, I know that I'm a holistic person and that I really don't need anything. And so I think losing my job and everything, like, is going to show me how to pivot my priorities. So that might be a message for somebody. Okay, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay. We have the Two of Wands in reverse with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the Five of Swords in reverse. So we could be having some type of financial instability with the Five of Swords in reverse with the Queen of Pentacles. There might just be a lot of things that are up in the air, but I feel like it's going to be, you know, one of the biggest cards that I saw was like the tough cycle is ending. But we have to stay regulated. With emotions are running high, like, you know, I get it. I know what it's like to feel a lot of pressure, to feel like you're in survival, like things aren't going to work out. But once again, here we go. A win-win outcome is forecast. So no matter which way you try to flip it, turn it, reverse it, we're going to win. We're out here winning. So it's the way that I always look at things. Like, even whenever something happens, like rejection is redirection, you know, just that unwavering faith and belief and surrender into the divine is where I love to be. Like, because it's happened to me so many times that, like, I didn't know what spirit was actually protecting me from until after the fact. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, like, there's a lot of unrealistic things that are going on here. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse, like, I'm feeling like there's some type of blockage. There's a lot of undecided, unrealistic, feeling blocked, feeling stifled, like, maybe it's limiting beliefs that you can't have what you fully desire. Just because somebody feels like they can't do something, that's their own limiting beliefs. That don't mean nothing about you and what you got going on. Okay? I feel like I just had a reading that was like this, about like how there was blockages in a way. I think that's what I named it, actually. I think maybe I'm getting like this belief, this scarcity belief that like we have to work hard to have nice things, when that's actually not necessarily true. I grew up in a household that I was taught that it takes blood, sweat, and tears to get to where you need to be. And I'm trying to rewrite that narrative in my head at the moment. Not to say like that you don't have to work hard, but that you don't have to suffer. Like, you can have happiness, and it's not always about the title or, you know, where you're at. Like, it's about doing what you love to do instead of working hard to get into whatever position, so that way you think that you're going to have enough money. Because truth be told, like, exactly, with the Ten of Cups, that's what I'm talking about. Your Ten of Cups doesn't have to look like how society, or should I say the boomers, had made it seem like you have to get to that. I'm a millennial, so I'm kind of in between the two, like Gen Z. I have a son that's Gen Z, and how they're going to even keep up with capitalism because they're such free birds, but I also don't think you need to be like boomers. I feel like did status over happiness. And okay, this stack is way too big, but we will take the first one there. Okay, with the Fool on the bottom, yeah, we're being able to have discernment now about what, that's what I was thinking. We have the Ace of Swords, the Five of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords out here, and that's exactly what I was just saying, is that like we're needing to rewrite these like ideas around money or wealth or abundance or what brings us happiness, what brings us joy. You know, you may have to put up certain boundaries or whatever within yourself, and you know, you may have to communicate and like ask for help in certain ways. But I feel like we just need to try something different here. We just need to try something different. Trying to get these cards up here. Okay. Stubborn. Was the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands. So, like I said, some type of feeling stubborn maybe towards love. Are you? Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, the Seven of Cups, so daydreamy, illusionary energy. What else do we have for the collective? Ooh, the King of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe we're dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio of some sort. Trying to make some decisions here. We have the World on the bottom of the deck. We have the World on the bottom of the deck. Ooh. With the Wheel of Fortune. And once again, the Ace of Swords. So we're starting to see a truth in the matter of how, you know, it said emotions are running high and how we've got to keep ourselves pretty regulated at the moment. Try not to get into selfish scarcity energy, I feel like, is a big thing. There's higher wisdom coming in here. With the Four of Wands again. Ooh. I feel like you're, yeah, like I said, you're having a lot of anxiety. What are we having here? The Ten of Cups again. It's the Ten of Cups again. Yeah, what you don't see coming is that all this stuff that you're worried about. We have the Nine of Pentacles out here. That way, I mean, you're going to be, look, Judgment. Okay. We have the High Priestess that fell over the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups. So you might be having somebody come in that's going to help you, like, with this scenario. Like, maybe it'll be a mentor, maybe it'll be a partner. I don't know, but because for some reason you have the Wounded Warrior over here. You've got the Nine of Swords as well. So the Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. So you've built, I feel like you're worrying about the fact that, like, Excuse me? Wow. Well, I definitely hope that she's okay. Okay, well, that's some type of confirmation. My gosh. What I was going to say is that I feel like you're afraid that you're going to lose out on something that you've really built and that you're never going to get to your 10 of Pentacles. That is so crazy that that happened. Oh my gosh! Here's the Four of Wands again. Okay, anything else, Spirit, after that very big noise? Okay, let's see. Okay, this fell out under all of this uncertainty. So, yeah, there. Okay, we have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, Temperance, with the Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you need to probably, there's a lot of fire energy here, and what I'm seeing is a lot of angels, you know, with the Judgment out here and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Like, I feel like the angels are going to be looking out for you. Like, they're going to be sending people your way, you know, to utilize this creative time, this creative power for you. Yes, I feel like this might be a different era for you, like that you're going about something in a different way that you haven't ever done before, especially whenever there was just like unrealistic, undecided energy at the beginning or whatever. But you know, oh, there's a horn. Oh my gosh. It's just confirmations, but I feel like you're doing something differently this time, and I saw a quote and it's popping up into my head that it's like, don't ask people that spend 95% of their time never accomplishing the things that you're trying to accomplish for help, because they won't have the answer, basically, because they don't know. They haven't done the things that you're gonna do. So it's hard to get, you know, you gotta find somebody that's been through these things, like the stuff that you're doing. And honestly, like I said, like find a mentor, somebody that you look up to, that you can see that they've made it to where you want to go. But still, your journey is going to be unique to you, though. Oh, I split the deck with Justice, and the Strength. There you go. I think that you have that you have more strength than you realize, and that you just need to harness it into this like creative time here. Let's talk about this win-win outcome real fast. See, full moon in Libra, because I feel like that's, you know, I feel like that's what we want to hear about, really. New moon, full moon, hello. Full moon, here we go. All right. The full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership. What'd I tell you? Of falling in love and closely related to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. It is important to remember that people come to us for a reason and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card also refers to a professional relationship. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer to your question. So, like I said, I feel like there's some type of relationship, mentorship, something that you might need to, humble yourself and say, I might not have all the answers, but I'm willing to be teachable. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to do these things differently, I feel like that's one of the biggest things. You get stuck and complacent whenever you feel like you have all the answers because you leave you're just limiting yourself and you're leaving no room for growth. So, and don't get me wrong, I think life has taught me many, many, many lessons because I've had a lot of different life experiences. But that doesn't mean that I know everything. I mean, I'm literally about to embark on a journey that, I've lost my job plenty of times. It was probably warranted because I had so many issues before. But this time I lost my job and I have tools and I have ways to deal with it. And not only am I going to even pivot from the most reasonable decision, I also trust myself today to make those choices without thinking that I'm going to lose everything. So, it's just about doing stuff differently and being receptive and being able to ask for help is the clear message. And like I said, being open-minded, being willing to be teachable. So I think that's what your next step should be, collective. That's what I have for you. Once again, I am open for private readings. If you're interested in that, hit me up through my email, and I have my Cash App and Venmo down there. I also do, I've started doing digital products, like digital imitations, and so I'll have my Etsy link down below as well. And thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for always being here with me. Like, share, subscribe for sure. I post videos all the time, and like I said, I'm really trying to grow this channel at the moment, so you're doing a huge solid for me, especially right now, just by hitting a button. So comment if you need anything for me to pray over, or if you need good vibes sent your way. Comment any feedback or whatever you want. So anyway, I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.